Hello, YouTube. We are A&D Anime Reactions. My name is Alexander.
And I'm Daquan.
And today we are watching My Hero Vigilantes, Episode 4. Woohoo! Last time we left off with the part-time villain, Queen Bee, who we believe has a quirk that lets her control bees, and we're thinking they inject trigger, because we did see one of them sting a guy, and then he went into an instant villain phase. So I'm actually kind of curious about that, because it's a compound, so it can't be innate to her quirk, unless she is the origin behind the trigger, which will be interesting. But then it'd be like, so she is the reason why this is all behind us? So then, does that mean she has to be dead by the end of the series, or her body is still around that All For One is using it?
Good questions.
I know. I don't believe she is, because that seems like too unnecessarily complex and tying it to a side series, which, while fascinating and be something that I love as a writer, this doesn't seem like a good writing decision for the overall, so probably not. But yeah, we also got to see Aizawa act. We got to see him seem less depressed. Although that's probably because his job just hasn't worn down that much yet, and he isn't a teacher, which we know is already a very high stress position. So imagine being a teacher and a hero at the same time, and you can understand why he's just so always burned down. So it was exciting to see him still rather fresh. Oh yeah, the other funny thing was that we got confirmed that Knuckle Duster is quirkless. He is literally just built different in the most physical sense possible. And I remember saying, like, when I was originally watching My Hero Academia, a lot of people wanted Neko to be like Knuckle Duster in essence, or be like Batman, just all hands, all effort, and he didn't need a quirk to win. But unfortunately, as the series established, you do need a quirk. So I'm kind of curious to see how will this series sort of play with Knuckle Duster. Like, can he is functionally acting like a hero in every capacity but legal and monetarily. Like, he still has a job, which is like, it makes you wonder though, if Stain saw these vigilantes who are just doing this for the love of being a hero, would he support them? I think he would, actually, because he's seeing this is a true hero. It's just someone who already has their job, but is also spending every single night going out and helping people.
They're not doing it for the fame and the fortune and the glitz and the glamour. They're doing it for true heroism.
I also think that he might be neutral for Pop Step, because Pop Step isn't pretending to be a hero. She just has a costume and is dancing. And like, that's like...
He wouldn't consider to be a hero. He would be neutral. He probably wouldn't care. She's using her quirk to become famous. She's not calling herself a hero.
So like, she probably wouldn't be liked, but she probably was like, you're not causing any harm. You're not harming the name of a hero. You're being an idol. Which is interesting though, because idols are this whole thing in Japan. So I'm kind of curious, how is idol culture influenced by quirks? It probably isn't. No,
I think
it has to be.
is, because we saw how people were fangirling over Mount Lady and...
No, let me rephrase. Like, I don't think it is going to be delved into in this series.
Oh, no.
That would be so much fun. Like, I don't know. Which is a weird tangent, because when I was originally watching My Hero and we were seeing the first internships, and we saw how, like...
Momo and
Kendo girl with the big fist was the one who had to, like, wasn't a fashion model. And I was thinking, you know, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like, it's like, what, it was framed as a joke, but like, that is just another occupation. If you think about it, all a hero is a person who can legally use their quirk. That is what it is at the end of the day. So, using your quirk, using your fame, and making money.
Well, no, because the thing is, heroes are also seem to be an arm of the...
I know.
Of the
but the main thing is
law enforcement.
The main thing is that it means you can use your quirk legally.
I think everyone can use their quirk legally.
It's illegal to use your quirk, but if it's for stealth stuff, it tends to be ignored. That's the thing about that. Because that's a lot of the reason why people become heroes, and why the ones who can't become heroes become villains. Because adaptive using your quirk is illegal. Because remember, like, that's why Aizawa didn't arrest Knuckle Duster, because he wasn't using his quirk, because he had none.
But it would be different. Say, for example, your quirk is you make little light sparkles, and say, for example, you're on the street doing little light sparkle shows. That person really wouldn't be a hero, because those hero licenses mean they can use them, like I said, more so heroes are an extension of the law enforcement. I don't think it only gives you legality to use your quirk. you can't use your quirk to fight and apprehend people, but you can still use your quirk. Say, for example, if you get locked out of your house, they're not going to lock you up for, if you can use water to spread out of your feet to get into your window, you're not going to go to jail for
about
that.
Technically, no, you can't, but they'll ignore it. It is technically illegal. That's one of the problems with this society that's brought up most in the manga.
I haven't read the manga, but okay.
I know, but
that gives context, though.
I know, but yeah, it's just interesting. So I don't know. It just
So I guess then how are heteromorphs given the, because they're not technically using their quirk, they can't turn it on and off. So it means they automatically get a slide because they're always on.
Yes, but no, because evidently they actually face heavy discrimination, but that's more because their appearance. It uses the racial analog.
Yeah, so I'm like,
so that's also. I feel like that could kind of be folded into it, but it felt more like they were using it as just a parallel of the other people. But anyway. But it's interesting to see quirks being used in different ways and being used for more like everyday life, which I just think is fun. But yeah, that's generally about it for this episode. For the past episode, there was a couple other things that we saw. The playtime quirk that made him a kaiju. Then we saw the eel one who did not understand that no means no. That guy should have been locked up. You cannot assault women like that. That is wrong. Anyway, I think we've rambled on long enough. So without further ado, let's actually watch the episode now.
dude would have lost his hands. Oh yeah.
We are the three Storm Ultra Brothers!
No discoloration on the tongues. They aren't trigger users, just regular perverts.
Calling the police?
This old freak! He suddenly came at me out of nowhere! Started yelling about someone with a bee quirk! They're done. Next.
Got it.
Punch first, ask questions later.
Is it questions? It's rather, it's investigating the body. Because they can't respond if they're unconscious.
Yes.
Ooh.
Master, lately, you've been acting weird. Ever since that villain outbreak.
Oh, huh.
You've been so quiet. So what's that about? And this bee quirk user. Is there some kind of connection?
Be gone.
Dude is jacked. Stop asking questions.
You know, he actually looks really good without his mask, you know?
Let's be real. Are we sure boxing practice is what I need right now?
He is very hard-boiled.
Think about it. I'm not built for hand-to-hand combat.
Weak.
Yeah, true enough. Alright, let's swap. You hold the mitts.
That is a lie.
Figure out.
Everyone can woke up and everyone can fight if they want to.
Yes.
It's a matter of desire and endurance. He could do it if he wanted to. He just doesn't want to. Or hasn't been hit enough to want to. I mean, if villains keep beating his ass up, he might eventually want to learn how to fight.
That's true. Granted, I've been wanting to fight from reasons not about being beat up. It's just to get rid of the rage. Great anger management. That's probably why Knuckle Duster does it too. He might just have those pent up rage and just punching people makes him feel a little better. And then it makes him more justified when he's punching villains.
I mean, I guess if you have to use your fist for a reason, either against dummies or against assholes.
Yep.
Oh, in this society where assholes have superpowers and can cause harm, yes. Not regular assholes. Don't actually assault people. Don't actually be Knuckle Duster. I mean it. Ooh, flurry of blows.
Holy chief! At this rate, you won't stay alive through training! Don't stop him like a bug just because you can!
Wait, I actually realized something recently.
Oh?
He does hold back when we're training. A lot.
Huh?
Well, he were to punch me at full force, I'd be dead then and there. It's the same with villains. He beats them up, but never quite kills them.
I hope not.
Far, but not too far, if that makes sense.
You know, that implies that he is superhumanly strong naturally.
Which means that most people most people rely too much on their quirk, and people are just not used to seeing people actually just like sweat it out, grind it out, and actually get strong.
And just
so they don't know how.
that.
Yeah, so they don't know how strong the human body naturally can be, which is concerning.
That's interesting shadow on his nose.
He's still going too far. You get that?
Here's like a Harley Quinn frown.
Disturbance was a needless
Pop step in that last scene.
You've been granted the discretion to distribute your supply of trigger as you see fit.
Oh, there it is.
But you should recognize that it's too valuable to be used in such an indiscriminate manner.
How is it a problem? You said you wanted data, so... Oh, hello.
It's a question of
That's
efficiency.
not a pick.
A person's mental state exerts a strong influence on their physical abilities. And that extends to the use of their quirks. We need subjects with powerful quirks, the kind that require a powerful will to control.
Like heroes have.
The kind that require a focus on their physical question of efficiency.
Wanted data, so... Oh,
Okay,
hello.
let's listen to this a bit more.
It's a question of
That's
efficiency.
not a pick.
A person's mental state exerts a strong influence on their physical abilities, and that extends to the use of their quirks. We need subjects with powerful quirks, the kind that require a powerful will to control.
Like heroes.
Okay, but if they have a powerful will, they won't go berserk. So I guess they don't want people to go berserk?
That's not what I'm getting from that. I think what I got from that was that not that they want people not to go berserk. They want people who have like strong quirks and they're trying to awaken it with trigger. And with those type of quirks, they are so powerful they need a strong will to control it. So they're trying to get like basically their versions of All Might, but trying to trigger it from the people who may not necessarily have done it on their own.
Okay. Because, yeah, the focus is on strong quirks, but does that mean that they don't want someone who has a strong quirk but a weak will?
He hasn't fleshed that out yet, but he kind of tied that to the fact that strong quirks.
Require strong wills. So with that, what happens if you have a strong quirk but a weak will? Do you go berserk anyway? But I wonder whose voice that is. Wait, is that the doctor?
Holds true for villains.
Might be, yeah. I think so.
Already have a white-hot passion.
Has to be.
The same holds true for villains. The people we seek will already have a white-hot passion burning within their hearts, ready to pull the trigger and exercise their will upon the world.
So that means they want people who aren't instant villains. That's just a side effect.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting then. So that means that,
They want Shigarakis.
yeah. So that suggests that, like, then that these instant villains are side effects that are just being done partially, but so. And that means that we're going to be seeing more powerful villains that are already villains, actually, that are going to be strengthened. And but considering these are street level people who are designed to fight these like street level people who can't really fight, I'm curious how they stack up to the intended targets. Like, not gonna
Probably not well, but they'll be able to hold their own at least until the heroes get there. Because remember, their goal isn't to take over the hero space.
Yeah.
But get the ones that the heroes miss because there's not enough of them or they're just outside of the reach.
But I'm saying once we start switching from the ones that are like the higher profile ones, and then will we see almost a cutoff of the lower ones, and then will they still be? Will they move to try to fight the stronger heroes? Villains, you think?
If they're there,
Yeah.
I can't see why they won't try to intervene. Sorry, guys, for yawning. If they're there, I don't see why they wouldn't try to intervene.
Yeah. I'm just wondering
Whether or not it's wise or not is a different story.
I know.
But if they're going to be like Shigaraki level where they're broken, sorry guys, spoilers, but Shigaraki's broken. I'm not going to talk too much about what his quirks and his powers are if you haven't seen all of it. But if you get people like that and you soup them up, even just with a single quirk, they can cause collateral damage. They can destroy an entire city.
My point was that are we going to see a switch from these low level instant villains to more regular villains?
Oh, you mean like story arc wise?
Yeah.
We'll probably switch to one or two.
Yeah.
Considering we're already starting to get a lot of focus on B right now, Queen B. So she's gonna be one of them.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, that's just my thought because we already know that
That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, so I'm just curious about that.
so they have to find at least one in the season if the goal was to play out and then give this main character someone to really fight against if it's not Queen B.
Well, that's a pain. Just finding people like that, not to mention dealing with them.
Congratulations! You win! You've been chosen, sir! You're officially our pain
Spiky
of the
teeth.
year.
What the hell are you saying? You bitch! Come me out of nowhere!
Wow, you are so not the type to just say no. I love this for me.
Screw you. Damn it.
That's right. Let all that hatred and rage turn into power. And then you can use
Dang.
it to show our society exactly
3 syringes?
cool beans.
But,
To show our society exactly how you feel. Cool
Oh.
beans.
So
Yeah.
there's your first villain.
Swole.
So he got the roided version of Trigger. On one side. I was being his dominant side.
You!
Okay, buddy, the power is yours. Now fight against the thing that only you can see.
Huh. Naga jumped.
Or whatever.
Huh. Okay.
Looks like we've got a live one here!
Hulk Quirk.
We can handle that!
This guy's quick! Those punches are totally savage!
Smash!
Gotta buy time! Get all those people to safety! I can at least keep them distracted till the pros make it out here!
There it is.
Everyone clear the area! There's a super dangerous
You would be better off having the permit powers.
Yeah. Ooh, there it is. Nice.
Are you alright, sir? There's no time for that!
Focus, focus, focus. Your focus is not very good, my friend.
Ooh. There we are.
Knuckle duster with a disrespectful boot to the face.
He's not down!
So he literally does have almost an all-might quirk, just much.
Amplifying his power internally, then channeling it into his fist when he throws a punch.
It's too dangerous to fight him up close. We'll have to contain him from a distance.
Nah, I'm sticking with plan A. Fight fist with fist.
I love his tenacity.
That's the same personality.
Yes. Like, come on, big boy. Fist with fist.
Really going blow for blow with that monster?
He buried his fist in that man's abdomen. That was crazy.
Raised. The damage is adding up. The whole time, the villain is storing up power. He's about to throw another big punch.
Now regular hero.
Dodge. Piccolo will be proud. Dodge and counter.
That is awesome.
Use his momentum against him.
Master, are you okay? His punches were pretty fast, but he wanted the finisher way too much. You leave yourself wide open throwing haymakers like that. And you put everything you've got into one big right hand. All the other guy's got to do is slip past it and tap you on the jaw.
Exactly what All Might did against All for One.
Yeah.
Joke.
Nah, All Might put his. He said he had to put his back into it.
Body and the temper
He actually used the dude's momentum against him. He ran into his fist.
Yeah.
of that guy. Temperament of a rat. I'm monstrously powerful body and the temperament of a rabid dog. He was a real menace. If that guy is the new norm. This gig just got way better.
You're a psychopath.
Well, you need to be one.
That's true.
Random street thugs. That dude could have splattered me in one shot, and that's what I like.
Bruh.
Guys, who don't complain when you beat them half to death.
They don't complain when you beat them half to death.
Buddy.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Well, hey, the way that hit felt, I can tell Master's back in top form again.
You shouldn't be so happy about getting punched in the face. You're an idiot.
No. He's also kind of a sociopath, too.
Honestly, I thought I found a pretty good subject. Then those same weirdos came and screwed it up. The old guy's a major problem. Yours, not mine, to be clear. Still, shouldn't we deal with that?
On the contrary, getting combat data without involving
Black
heroes
nails.
or police is hardly a problem.
And a B pen.
It will work in our best interest to keep these new vigilantes around.
That kind of makes sense, but it seems like they really want to catch us.
So collect their data and give them nothing back. That's how you prove yourself as a coordinator, Hachiska.
What does that mean?
That's what we're
Collect their data and give them nothing back?
As in, use them, get data from them, and don't let them get anything from you. Like, don't let them be able to get info from you, but get info from them.
Trifling.
Spy in.
Me? But are you honey?
Oh my, I didn't realize you would be so built.
Well, hey, to be fair, I didn't know you would be so cute.
Now that we're
Stranger danger. Jeepers creepers. Don't do this.
This is a common set of dating.
I don't approve.
You shouldn't approve. I'm just saying what it is.
I don't like it.
Neither do I.
I'm already feeling like my skin's crawling. I don't. Unnecessary.
You realize that she's just doing this just to drug him.
I don't care.
I know, but I'm
Dude wouldn't be in a situation if he wasn't a creep.
But he's a villain. Most villains are creeps.
Well, they don't have to be.
They're bad people.
They can be bad people, but not pedophiles.
Okay, point.
get to it.
Wow, you move fast. Are you sure?
What can I say?
You get what comes to you. I don't care. Use them, give them nothing in return.
I'm glad she's a high school student.
Yes.
I don't know why. It never occurred to me that she was that young.
That's one of the biggest downsides of shonen. The characters are so young. I was like, oh yeah, you finally get a chance to get a college student, you see a little bit more mature side of the things and thought process, but no.
I mean, we are seeing most of them are adults. Just this one girl is a high school student, and also this other girl is also young. She dressed as a middle school student or something like that. It's weird. Okay, right? Why? So the
You
men,
could have used college girls for all of these scenes.
yeah, the men could be adults. I mean, the men are adults. The women could also be adults, and nothing else would change.
I don't understand the writing choices for this. And like that, it just does not make sense to me.
Yeah.
It does not compute. I would just let everyone just be college students.
Yeah.
Or older.
Yeah. It'd be kind of funny if she was almost like an office lady, like in their 30s, and just doing this like part-time villain because I'm bored. I'm tired of my office job. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Or they want to do this. It could be interesting, but like, even they want to still do the student route. She could be a college student. Like
I'm just saying, but,
like Yoichi.
but if we're doing older ones, we could just
Yeah.
like, why not have it be legit Miko, an older woman? You'd never see them in shonen.
yeah.
The ghosts we have are the teachers, and then they're like max 28. So not really. Well, yes, in Japanese terms, sure. Right? You know what I mean. 30 is college is Christmas take. Although I hear that that's actually changing, which is nice.
We have no choice. They have a very aging population, so they
Yep.
can't work with what they got.
Hooray for that! Hooray for that!
Good. Engineer, ready to...
Dude, we're very sus like.
Ingenium hot start sequence.
Yay!
All suit functions? Check. Operational. No issues with alignment.
Iron Man.
Got those AI bots, dressing them and all.
Catapult is set. 601, holding an 8.
Okay, this is actually really awesome. Imagine this was like your.
Ingenio. Heading out.
It was like a Gundam, to be honest.
Right?
Woo! Look at him go.
You know what's funny though? This quirk is part of his body, so all of the robot stuff is unnecessary.
Yes. Well, it might just protect him from himself, so he doesn't get all scraped up when he falls or hits stuff.
Exactly, but to have it be this mechanical looking
Oh yeah.
is literally just aesthetic.
Yeah, it's just for show. Hey,
I mean,
do the hero into the best of your ability. Show off and show out.
I don't know. I just always found that funny because he literally has engines on his ankles and on his like. Arms.
Well, I think it's his arms.
Yeah, right. For him, it's his arms. Ida is his
Yeah,
legs.
Ida's his legs.
It's just interesting.
Because like when he had to level up his, because Tinian, when he had to level up his, he had to rip his.
Mufflers out.
Yep.
You enjoy this race because it's over. Slow it down immediately. If you don't,
Yeah.
I'll have no choice but to use force.
You know, it's much less efficient to have them in your arms than in your legs.
Yes.
So like, he isn't even running with full power of his legs. He's just getting propelled and then catching himself while he's running.
Yep. I caught that.
I know, like, damn, yeah, that's just cooler. Then again, he was always my favorite class 1A person. It's just so much fun. And also,
I can see that.
I love that sort of like the rule of thumb, where like just very like anal class president.
I can imagine.
Wait, did I mute the accent?
You did that. It's just that's delayed because it's.
No, it is muted.
Oh, it's muted. Press M.
M.
There you go. High stakes game of tag.
Hero, you gotta run like your life is on the line.
Woo!
Ooh.
Tell me how my dust tastes.
Disrespectful. Can't believe he lost the game of tag.
And also, his arms are bound.
Yes.
Disrespect.
Yes.
But
They use
that's,
airbags.
Ingenium, respond!
but that is clever.
Yes.
Like, this is the set that we needed for like Endeavor's costume. Mm-hmm. Built-in coolants.
Yes.
That's like
Makes
your-
more sense.
Your problem is overheating. The point of equipment is to address your issues. And it's just look cool. Because like I imagine that for a certain degree of heat, you can probably have like your system. Yeah, well, you can have like emergency deployments of I don't know, like liquid hydrogen, for example, to just immediately to close your body temperature. It won't help a lot or that often, but like once you need to overexert yourself, you can sort of then like help yourself recover from that, so you can do your prominence burst like more than once, a bit easier.
Yeah, he doesn't even need something that's like a coolant either. He can just use because water absorbs a lot of heat pretty quickly.
I know. I'm just saying, but coolant is can be compressed into a gas, and you can. But yeah, you can do anything, any way to decrease your temperature. Your equipment could do that. Because that is the point of the equipment. That was my point. But yeah, here
Airbags when he crash out.
is excellent choice of equipment.
Glad we installed those airbags. Quite a blowout.
You're bad at this game. High stakes tag should not be that bad, Ingenium.
Yeah.
No one's around this early, so I can actually practice my slide and glide. There is one jogger. Oh well, I'll just pass him. Careful around regular people. I'm no good at stopping if I go too fast. I wonder if there's anything I can do to help brake. Could be a problem on patrol. Maybe I could attach stuff to
I got you, kid. My bad. Guess I startled you catching up like that. You look like a student. You a local?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I'm Tensei Ida. Ever hear of the turbo hero Ingenium?
I'd like to meet someone who hasn't. Hold on, you mean? Whoa! I can't believe it! I'm a massive fan!
Thank you. But if I can ask, you took a bad fall back there. How does your quirk function?
Is something propelling you?
Yeah, kinda. I make a repellent force. My limbs project it.
Does it only let you move forward?
No, backwards and side to side. I can even spin around in place.
Oh.
Cool. You can handle sharp turns, which even I struggle with. Honestly, you've got me jealous.
Oh, how can you say that?
You should see my brother. He's still too young to turn at all.
Yeah, little Tanya. That's so perfect.
That's stuff like this we need. Just like kids doing stupid stuff in the quirks and getting hurt.
Dude's still trying to run his face into
You're not All Might. You can't break through the tree.
adult like teenage Tanya could. If you really wanted to, teenage Tanya could do it though.
Yeah.
As fast as he'd be going. Oh my goodness, that was too funny. I was not expecting that. That was a nice little Easter egg.
Unfortunately, this also shows a problem with Original My Hero. Like, the problem with Midoriya has his generic superpower quirk. Mm-hmm. It's so much better than all these other interesting quirks. Like Tenya's acceleration, like the Sugar Rush is like super strength. All of these quirks that are sort of folded into his own quirk.
Yep.
And then he gets more quirks on top of that.
Yes.
It's like, but no, fun little stuff like this, like just being able to move super, super fast is so an amazing quirk and would actually make a great protagonist. It has the Flash.
Yes.
Oh well. But yeah.
You always have the best. There's some people who are good, but then you always have the best. The best will be the one that goes shoulders and head and shoulders above it.
I know, but it'll be more fun, even though those existed, we'd follow the character who isn't the one who's head and shoulders, who has to sort of like think on their stuff a little bit more. Midoriya does, but I don't know.
He thinks, but sometimes he doesn't think as well as I'd like him to.
I know, so he tends to be carried by all those powers.
Well, I do lose control when I go too fast. It's like, where are my brakes?
Oh, yeah?
I usually use friction from the soles of my shoes, but if I'm going too fast, all bets are off.
Maybe the issue stems from the way you're using your quirk in the first place.
Oh, how so?
Didn't you say that you could use your quirk in reverse?
Yeah?
Well then, don't think of it as putting on the brakes. If you want to slow down your speed in one direction, try accelerating in the other.
That was so easy! I've been struck!
And he can accelerate individually in separate points of contact.
What do you mean as like his
Like
limb going?
his foot can go one way. Didn't you see like his foot?
No, it seemed like he was just stopping as he was stretching his leg to make sure he braced himself for that extra.
I saw more like his leg was propelled the other way.
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think he was already going in that direction, and then he just decided to accelerate in the opposite direction, so to brace himself. Like, say, for example, if you're running, you're about to do you're running back and forth for a race. Usually, if you're trying to turn around, you usually brace yourself by taking one foot out, and you brace yourself to take that M-force, and you push yourself back out. That's what he's doing, but he's just doing it in that crawling position.
All right, fair enough.
See?
This is genuinely impressive. That's good. It still needs some refinement, but that quirk can let him handle both high-speed movement and tight maneuvers, huh?
But, I'm not sure if it matters I can go a little faster without crashing.
That's nonsense. Of course it matters. Think, when citizens are caught up in a disaster or villain attack, what would you say they're thinking?
Huh. Good question. I would guess, save me?
That's close. More like, save me fast. When a person's life's in danger, they're overwhelmed by fear, just like a lost child. To make sure they know without a doubt they'll be safe, I come running as fast as I can. Being brave and strong can be great, but speed matters more. At least that's what I believe. That in mind, I believe you mentioned being a student here. Let me know when you graduate. You put that quirk to use at my agency.
Ooh, I drug offer from a pro hero.
Sounds nice, but I don't have a hero license.
We can deal with getting all those little details ironed out while you're working.
Oh, that's awesome. That shows that there is alternate paths in becoming a hero. Like, you can still be recognized, which
makes sense, because like you think about all those hero agencies, you know that getting them all from just a hero high school, right?
they have to. I mean, my point is, you're right. They have to be getting them from alternate sources. There's no way that Endeavor's agency can really be entirely all like
UA students and
or even just upper
the
city
Shigatsu students and stuff that they deal with. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely cool. Shame he uses his quirk.
We can deal with getting all those little details ironed out while you're working in the field on my support staff. Because we have these quirks, we should use them to help society. We make sure each person has a job.
Fat man.
Yes. Look like Batman, but
Exactly.
nope, my name is Fat Man.
That has to be intentional. That has to be intentional.
Got the serious face and all.
And she's wearing a key pow. With those frog knots. Cool.
Suited to their quirk and band together to face challenges. That's how we'll work. When you join
Idaten.
Team Idaten. Have any questions? Drop me a line. Bye.
He's such a nice guy.
He's still tied up. How did you not get...
It's clearly a choice.
Bruh. This dude is diabolical. Straight up just disrespected Ida like this. Oh my goodness. Engineers getting disrespected. And that is at his own like wheelhouse. It's a game of tag.
It's interesting that he's only racing in these high street areas. Like he isn't committing. Okay, he's committing crimes, but
Yes.
truly like the victimless crimes. Just I'm going to run super fast on a highway.
Until he crashes out.
I know. Until he crashes out. But so far, there's been no victims. Well, that we know of.
That we know of.
Unless he just runs through cars. It's like, he just runs over them. Like, jump. Do. Over top.
Still could be damaging cars though, because he has claws on his feet.
Exactly.
So I mean, he's scratching up cars. If he's doing that, he's scratching up cars, scratching up windshields. I would hate to see. In the Hero Society, your insurance claims have to be so high.
Yeah, or the insurance doesn't support it. Because remember, like, for example,
I would own nothing in a Hero Society.
I mean, I know, like, I think like insurance doesn't actually cover a terrorist attacks, for example. So at least U.S. doesn't. So I imagine, what if you need specific villain insurance in this world?
I would own nothing. I would try to own as little. Only thing I'll probably own is the clothes on my back. Outside of that, I would own nothing else.
Yeah. God, the taxes must be hell. Insurance must be hell.
You're running faster than you were the other night. Did you decide to drop all that cowardice weighing you down?
You removed the airbag from your suit? You're gonna get yourself killed doing that!
That's suicide if you're fighting a villain while running at full speed. So you finally found me.
I still can't get over this dude.
To risk life and limbs, you can stand a chance against me. Sorry, not quite. I've entrusted my life to them. My teammates, they'll protect me. What about you? How's your resolve?
Oh, but
So he's a vampire.
that's interesting. So he has both super speed and wings.
So he's a literal speed demon.
This guy's broken as F. Well,
Yes.
Drax said he was Trigger, so that doesn't make sense.
Yes.
So his quirk was buffed, but still.
Hey.
Also, this is the pedophile.
This?
Isn't it implied? Because remember, like, because he has Trigger. Like, you saw his tongue. That's perfect.
Yeah, he has a trigger, but there's a whole bunch of people with trigger we've seen so far.
I know, but he was also a black-haired guy with the same skin tone. I think it's meant to be him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I made that connection.
He vanishes from the highway. In addition to all the speed, he's got some sort of back quirk. Control.
Sir, the villain has left the highway. He's headed toward east.
I feel like that's probably more like you having two quirks because they're separate. Like the ability to fly is one thing. The ability to run stupidly human fast is also another thing.
Well, stupidly human fast is also just be like a manifestation of if he's a vampire, for example, he has super strength as a vampire. He can run really fast, so he can just kick really hard.
Okay, that is.
Because All Might moves really fast, and he doesn't have a super speed quirk.
Yeah, okay, that's true. So it might just be he has wings and the muscles to use it. Mm-hmm. And we're just ignoring the fact that about weight.
Yeah, because I was looking at him like he looked like a vampire when I first saw him.
Yeah,
but
so
then now he actually.
Yeah, but if you think about it though, even if he ignoring the weight, if he did set super strength for his wings, he could propel himself past his body weight anyway. Mm-hmm. Because Shigaraki can already do that just from like punching the air and going around.
Yep.
Yeah, so he probably just has the wings and then the necessary super strength to use the wings, and then that manifests his legs. So yeah, buffed but still logical.
Mm-hmm.
Mobilizing to... The villain has left the highway. He's headed toward East Narahata. Squad 2, mobilizing to intercept.
Glad to hear.
Let's see if he goes to drinking blood.
Where Teeny doesn't shine. When we're on the hunt as a group. Snare that villain in our net.
Oh yeah, is that all? Shows how little third-rate heroes can do.
Dude is lean. You see his serratus anterior muscles?
Yeah.
Super defined.
Scout here! I've lost the target!
Ouch. This is a crazy game of tag. He's losing.
Yeah. He's a pretty funny villain too.
Yes.
He got past B3 and B4.
I'm not surprised, Fat Man.
I lost him. Don't rush in. Maintain formation. I'll be there soon. Yeah, no.
Whoops.
Watch it, man!
Apologies. Damn it. I scouted out the streets in advance, but it's harder to navigate than I thought. The city's a maze, and he can explode the darkness thanks to his bat quirk. It's a hard race to win. Huh? What's that?
Now, do you see? Whether you're on the highway or the streets, it doesn't matter. None of you heroes will ever be able to get him.
Mistake. Whack.
Knockouts.
What is this? And who?
Well, things are pretty run down around here, and the lighting sucks. Sure doesn't make it easy to catch villains.
But we've gotten used to it, so we know how to predict a villain's route and cut him off before he escapes. Comes with time, no other way.
It's you.
We're here to help you, to give a little relief to those who normally uphold justice. Knuckle Duster! And the Crawler!
And Dad's got nothing to do with these.
Thing you popped up.
Nah, we can let him go for now. I'd say we've done enough hero work for today.
You can't just pose like that and then not be part of it.
He has arrow eyebrows.
Yeah.
You recognize that on?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the assist the other night.
You scared the crap out of me!
So you're, hold on, the Crawler, was it?
No! Never heard that name in my out on a jog! I'm not this Crawler guy you speak of.
I get it. But if you do happen to meet him, tell him, nice run. Also, about that business card. Give it back. I told you, each person gets a job suited to them. So, you've clearly already found the place you belong, and I'm not about to get in your way.
That's not what I was expecting.
Just keep with it. And hey, maybe it was too gauche of me to get that deep into work talk with my newest jogging buddy.
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Whoa, I'm sorry to disappoint, kid. Come on, it's okay. Let's try to keep our heads high. Yeah?
Sure.
Great. I'll race you to the next corner.
Hey! That's not fair!
Very cute. Very fun.
That was funny.
Okay.
That's probably one of the funniest episodes I've seen in the My Hero universe.
Yeah.
That was a lot more fun, like action packed. Like, oh my goodness, but that was fun.
Yeah. It was fun. It was cool seeing a quirk that just was interestingly powerful, but wasn't like insane. And we got to see it being handled like, okay, you were fast, but if you could trip that once, you could get punched.
Yes. He was like, whoops. Fell into my fist.
I definitely felt that guy could have been an actual villain if he just got a little bit more time. Because he has that, especially if the trigger what made it up change permanent. Like imagine that level of back quirk just being, and then you had.
He was a whole menace.
I know.
He was giving engineers his run for his money and the speed, and he says, "No, what? I'm tired of this bail to the sky because he can't fly." And then he can work in the night. He's obviously super strong because he's able to like hop on.
And presumably like Mirko and like Suyu, he probably had echolocation with those ears. So,
so he's pretty broken. He's a broken villain if he was like really like going for it versus just trying to make the heroes look stupid. But if he was really up to the villain work, he could have caused some damage.
Yeah. Imagine him in Shigaraki's Hero Society. Just
good lord. He would have been on demon time.
He's already on demon time.
Yes. Well, he would have been super demon time. He would have been Shigaraki's second in command.
Okay, probably not, but I want that because I like that like type of like character who's just like. Anyway.
No, it was a lot of fun. But I think it's also cool we see some development of quirks. So I guess you see if you don't go to school, it's like I guess one of the benefits for going to like a hero school like UA is that not only because most people, like you say, they use their quirks in their day-to-day lives, but now like they don't really think about like the optimal way to use it. It's just like, oh, I just need to use it a little bit. I'm not trying to save the world or anything, but if I can water my plants, or I can fill my bathtub, or I can do these different things, or I can get to school faster, that's all that matters. So don't work about like the refinement and the optimization of their quirk use. So you saw that with Engineer giving Yuichi that advice saying, why don't you try to stop thinking about putting the brakes, but just accelerate in the opposite direction? And that gives you better control of you being able to stop. So you see him like getting some UA teaching on the street.
And I'm curious, so like, considering how fast he can accelerate, and you could see him accelerate in one direction quickly, like he can clear your feet easily. Like if he can just change, especially
he'll be breaking ankles. He was like, "Whoop, stop, keep going."
Especially if he does the 4 points of contact, like the 4 arms and 4 legs. That means any 4 directions he can move instantly.
Yep.
So just imagine him like just.
He has 100. He has like basically 100%, 180 degrees, 360 degrees of free rotation and movement.
Yeah.
Degrees of freedom. So it means any direction he wants to go, even without looking at it, he can go in that direction.
That is actually a really powerful quirk when you think about that. It isn't obviously flashy, but it's so like.
So it kind of proved his point when he went into said, "I can even stand in place and spin around in a circle."
Right.
I'm like okay. I like that is quite useful.
Yeah. Imagine if he had even the. That's actually how he should be training combat-wise, like fighting with his quirk. Like he isn't the kind of person who's ever going to be like standing and fighting. He's going to be constantly on the ground, and he's going to be aiming for your like support points, like striking your points.
Yeah, people always be on the ground. They can't fight with on the ground. Most of them can't fight with.
And also, anytime he wants to, he only needs 3 points, so he can always lift up one limb. So he can literally strike with that one limb. Like, imagine if he has a knife. Can you imagine? You just slice your hamstrings.
Yeah, or your Achilles. Yeah, that'd be terrifying. But I don't think he had the grit. That's more of a knuckle duster thing. He'd be more he'd be more of a rescue hero.
Alternate villain version of nice guy. I'm no longer nice guy. I'm bad guy now.
Yeah, he'd be diabolical. But I think he's gonna be a better fit for like rescue. He'll definitely be, if he had to go the hero route, he'll be a rescue hero.
That reminds me, have you seen all the My Hero movies?
I think I missed the most recent one. Okay. But I've seen almost all of them except for that one.
Okay, because if you didn't, I was thinking we could react to those too, possibly.
Oh yeah, probably.
They probably could still do that because I haven't watched them in a while now, and it would be fun just to like...
So you see them?
Yeah. They aren't that heavy and stuff, but they're fun. but that'll be something for next time. So,
Yes.
and I think that's generally about it for the episode, unless you have any final thoughts.
That's all I have, but I do want to tell you guys that we appreciate you guys and your attention, really blowing up our videos, really giving us the support and the watch hours. But as always, we like to tell you guys, you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe down below. And if you like hanging out with us and you want to support us even more, down below is also our Patreon that gives you access to our Discord. And when we do our recording sessions, you can hop into the Discord, chat with us, and get a little bit more real-time interactions. But as always, see you into the next hangout session. Later.
Wale.